Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight for 12 News at 6. Today, a nationwide strike is taking place. It calls for a day of no school, work, or shopping as a way to protest ICE and its enforcement practices.
And here in the Valley, thousands of students walked out of school for demonstrations against ICE. Organizers say that the protests are in response to recent ICE actions, including 2 fatal shootings in Minneapolis.
Tonight we have team coverage. First, let's go to Chase Golightly, who's in downtown Scottsdale, where folks are gathering to remember those who've been killed by ICE agents. Chase?
Mark, that's right. We are at Scottsdale and Camelback, right next to Scottsdale Fashion Square, where you have more than 100 people that have gathered here. I want to go ahead and show you a 360 view of what we're seeing. You can see they have all gathered here on the corner, again, carrying their signs, having American flags and anti-ICE signs throughout this entire area, and it really does stretch down on Scottsdale Road more toward Old Town Scottsdale. Now, this all started about an hour ago, and we are seeing it continually grow larger since they've been here. You can also see that many are holding candles. Part of this is a protest, part of this is a candlelight vigil for those 2 U.S. citizens that were killed in Minneapolis a short time ago. A lot of people, again, denouncing ICE. From what we've been able to hear from people who have joined here, they want ICE out of the Valley, out of Minneapolis, and really go after the administration for its ICE operations that have taken place here recently. I want to go ahead and show you video just showing more of the protesters and those who have gathered here. Again, this started around 5 o'clock and has just continued to go on. You can hear people chanting in the background. You can hear cars honking as they're driving by. It has been peaceful from what we've seen. We're seeing a lot of adults here, but it is people of all ages. We're seeing families with their kids out here and some students. We know that earlier today, Coronado High School had a student walk out as part of the day of protest, but we also had several Valley schools having the same thing. We sent Sky 12 up and we could see student walkouts happening in Mesa, Chandler, Goodyear, Phoenix, Avondale. And about an hour ago, if you were watching us at 12 News at 5, we were at the state capitol where there was another large gathering of protesters there. But the last time I checked, it seemed like most of those protesters have left. But again, here back in Scottsdale, we are seeing a very large crowd out here. And again, everything's peaceful. I haven't seen any law enforcement, Scottsdale police, but we know they are around in case things change. We'll be sure to keep you updated on the situation as it develops. For now, we're live in Scottsdale. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, thanks. Tonight, an Arizona family has questions after their sole providers were taken by federal agents at a Zip Sports Grill.
12 News journalist Sean Rice is live at that location near Camelback and Miller with how they are feeling. Sean?
Yeah, Mark and Kribe, good evening to you both. This is a feeling Bernice Medina tells me she knew could come any day over the last 2 decades. Her brother and father, both the sole providers for her family, taken from their place of work, this Zip Sports Grill location in Scottsdale off Camelback and Miller, and immediately taken to an immigration detention facility in Eloy. This is a place behind me they've worked for over the last decade, despite not having legal authorization to work here in the U.S. And tonight, she's calling on the federal government to view them both as hardworking people who were trying to provide for their families and not lawbreakers. Leo and Carlos.
But he's been with that company, with the Goldmans, for about 20 years. My brother, he started working there like when he graduated high school.
Both longtime kitchen staff at Zip Sports Grill locations across the valley. Leo's sister and Carlos's daughter, Bernice, says she got the call Monday evening that she always dreaded.
She had received a call from my dad that ICE had breached the restaurant. I immediately dropped what I was doing and drove to his location.
Agents with Homeland Security Investigations executing one of 14 search warrants at her family member's place of employment. They were zip-tied, interviewed, and ultimately taken to an Eloy detention facility by federal agents.
Zip ties were on so tight. This is from a person that was in there, told me his zip ties were on so tight that around his arms, it was starting to swell up because it was cutting off his circulation.
Homeland Security Investigation says a tip led them to Zips, finding that multiple workers were using fraudulent IDs and social security cards to work there. And somehow, they were passing through Arizona's E-Verify system, which is supposed to vet someone's ability to work legally. Investigators found that 76 employees had between 3 and 42 active employers other than Zips. That became a key indicator that aggravated identity fraud was taking place.
I guess the message to employers out there, don't do it. It's better to be a witness than a suspect.
Republican State Senator Mark Fincham has introduced a bill that would require all employers to run prospective employees through the E-Verify system. If businesses do not and are caught hiring undocumented workers, they could face stiff fines, revocation of their business license, or have the federal government looking at them closely for criminal charges. He says the Zips investigation and others just like it are sending a clear message to Arizona businesses.
I think they're probably trying to figure out how do they shed that liability. I mean, they're going to have to ask that moral question, is it worth it? And my message to them is, it's not. We're serious about this. And this is not something that's going to go away.
Bernice says her family members played no role in hiring other undocumented workers at Zips.
They are the kitchen managers. They are not general managers. That means they are responsible for the kitchen only.
And she says they were solely working to provide for their families, keeping a roof over their heads.
These people are hardworking people. They really don't want to do harm. They just want to give their kids a better life. They want to give their kids opportunities that they didn't have in the country that they left many, many years ago. So that's all we're asking for, is just a chance to help grow this country and this community.
And tonight, Bernice and her family members tell me they're working right now to hire an immigration attorney who they hope can do everything they can to keep her brother and her father right here in the States. They've started a fundraiser to help pay for some of those legal bills, and we'll provide that and link it tonight on 12news.com. Tonight, we're live in Scottsdale. Sean Rice, 12 News.